Lifechangers here. How you all doing? It's been an awesome week for me, and I believe it's the same thing for you. I'm about to make it even awesomer. Yeah, it's gonna be awesome again after you hear what I have to say to you. I'm going to be speaking on the 7 things you must know in order to be influential. 7 things you must know in order to be influential. Yes, why influence? You would say everybody needs influence. Everybody needs influence. You know, leadership is influence. Success has to do with influence. Everything that is significant about life and joy and fulfillment, you know, and obtaining even our promises and our dreams is really tied to influence. So what is influence? That's number 1. Influence is that special thing about you that people respond to positively. For me, I would say influence is your power of attraction. You know, influence is the special effect that you have on people. If we were in a world of superheroes, influence would be your own superpower. What is your superpower? What is it that you do excellently, easily, and what is it that people just love about you? What is it that when people don't want it messed up, they call you? What is that unique selling point about you? I would tell you a story like when I was about 9 years old, right? It was the first time that I would understand, like, oh my God, you know, I sang for the first time inside the church, our church at the time. It was a Baptist church where I grew up, and I was about 9, and I stood, and that church can be rowdy sometimes. Like, I've seen where if you were singing and they didn't like it, they would just start making noise, like murmuring, and then you gotta, you know, it wasn't fun to see the way they reacted when they didn't like something. And I was singing, and everywhere went quiet. You could almost hear a pin drop. It was the first time that I would hear absolute quietness in that congregation like that. It was significant. It was a significant moment. And I could see people's eyes light up. And when I finished, it was like, oh my God, they cheered, they clapped, they raised their hands. And after the service, everybody was like, man, you have a gift. Oh my God, you have a gift. Now, it wasn't so much of their accolades or their cheering of me that made me know that that moment was significant. No, what stood up for me until today, why I still remember it, is the fact that there was absolute quiet. People were stunned because this little girl has this kind of voice. I know some of you are thinking, oh, she's going to sing for us now. No, I'm not going to sing. That was my 9-year-old self. I said this story just so I could highlight to you, like, what is that special thing about you, that special effect that you have on people? Is it something you did? Is it a design that you did? And people are like, oh, wow. What is the wow effect that you have on people? That is your influence. You need to know this to be influential. Number 2 is, everybody has influence. What? Yes. Everybody that is on this planet has got influence. So, you listening to me right now, you've got influence. Everybody has influence. That means nobody was created by God without that special effect about them. Look at all the people who are influential, and look at the thing that made them as influential as they are. Never ever let anybody lie to you that there's nothing special about you. You have to know that influence can be both negative and positive. Because when we say influence, yeah, it's a nice word. It connotes positivity. But I want you to also know that it can be negative. You know, there are negative influences around us. In your journey or in your quest to be influential, you have to make up your mind, what kind of influence am I aspiring towards getting or becoming? You know, I want it to be positive. I, Joy, encourage you to seek for positive influence, because we need more positive role models in the world. We need more people to show that you can be good and great at the same time. Now that we know that influence is negative and positive, we want you to know, I want you to know that positive influence has to be developed. It doesn't come by magic. It doesn't come by wishing. If wishes were horses, like they say, even beggars will ride. Everything has to, that is, even pregnancy, like someone is pregnant, it has to process 9 months before there's delivery, right? For me to become skillful at anything I'm doing, I have to practice and practice. When you see all these artists, they perform, they dance, you know, they sing and dance, they play instruments, you know, nobody wakes up and become that talented. Nobody wakes up with moves on their legs. Some of them, you hear, they practice for 8 hours a day. You know, every athlete, you know, those ones that compete professionally, they would tell you the blood and sweat and tears that they put into developing their skill. So it's not enough to know that you have something good about you. You have to be able to say, well, this thing that is good about me, I'm going to polish it. I'm going to sharpen it. I'm going to work on it until it's at its best, so it can capture the attention of the best. And that's why we see the best only being featured. And if you're working on it, congratulations. Because I know one day we're going to be seeing you, one day we're going to be hearing you, one day we're going to be using you as an example and as a role model to people in the world. Measure your influence. I believe in measurements. You know, there's something my kids always laugh at. You know, when I started to teach about influence or something, I always say, I say, when you sneeze in a room, how many people say bless you? I said, that's the way you measure your influence. Influence has to be measured because, like I said, it's the effect you have on people, right? So when you are measuring something, you need to know, okay, am I getting better? Especially when I'm intentionally developing positive influence, how do I measure it? I have to measure it. Am I getting better? What is the response of the people? Was this good? Was this bad? Okay, because we cannot succeed outside of people. We succeed with people. What are people demanding? In a week of phone calls, what are people demanding from you? What part of your side of you? What part of you are people making a demand on? That's the aspect you need to pay attention, because that is your significance right there. That is what the people identify with. Even if you can do 12 different things, the one that people are making a demand on is the one that is probably going to be the bridge that's going to give expression to the rest. So when you measure, it helps you to stay on track. It helps you to be more intentional, so you're not just wasting your effort. How do I grow my influence? How do I grow my influence? How do I grow my influence? I'll tell you, very easy, very simple. Use it. The best way to grow your influence is to use it. Remember, whenever I use the word influence, I'm saying that special gift about you, that special uniqueness that you have that people respond to, that special effect you have on people, right? So we already established what influence is. So when I say, how do you grow your influence, is by using it. The more you use your influence, the more influential you become. The more you serve your gift, the more you use it, the more it grows. That's how you grow it. Number 7, guess what? You are an influencer. You are an influencer. Yes, you're already influential. You didn't know that? Well, that's what I'm here to tell you. I'm telling you that everybody has influence. There is at least 2 people who think what you say is their final authority. There are at least 2 people in this world who consider your opinion to be important. Who will do what you say? If you agree with them, they're going to do exactly what you think they should do. There are at least 2 people in this world, and that is being influential. And you can go to a point where there will be 1 million people that would agree with you and do exactly what you tell them to do. You are already an influencer. Someone thinks you're awesome today, right now, as we speak. Be the best influencer of your generation, of your time, in your community, in your city, in your nation, and in your world. My name is Joy Lifechangers. I will be back again to inspire you. If you haven't clicked on my YouTube channel, please click, like this post, and click to subscribe. I wish you a greater level of influence. Until I come your way again, you take care and be good. Bye-bye.